Hi, this is Andrew from DOCAND, and I'm going to show you how to use the Facebook Preview widget. First of all, we're going to start a new site. Okay, we have our new site and we are going to publish to an Business Catalyst address. So we're going to have test pp, test Facebook preview. Okay, we've uploaded our site, it's come back with a blank page because we have a blank page. Okay, we're just going to move that up there as a reminder. Okay, now we have enough information to start using our Facebook Preview widget. Most projects you will already know this information, so this was just setting it up to start with. Okay, so on our blank site with a blank page where we have no assets and no libraries, I'm now going to install the Facebook Preview MUSE library. So up here I have my directory with my MUSE libraries in it. I'm just going to double click on the MUSE library and it will install just like that. In the library section you open up and there is our Facebook trial MUSE library. Drag it across and bring it onto the page. Okay, just going to move it across so we've got some space so we can read everything. There we go. Now, across here, we know our website address is testfacebookbusinesscatalyst.com. Afterwards. So here's our web address. We're going to paste it in, taking off the HTTP in front. We don't need this. Okay. Now this is just our setup one. Okay, so we don't need any of that. And then at the bottom, we just need to change it to website-4. This is so the widget knows the local web server's address internally to MUSE. Okay, and we're going to turn off the mini view. Okay, so it shows us our local information. Now at the moment, that's all we need to do, because we have to type this in every time we use a widget. So we don't want to do that, so let's create our own little version. So we're going to create our saved settings version of our widget. So highlight the top, go to the add selected items to the widget. Now we've set it up for our domain because you may have multiple domains you're working on in the library. So we're just going to put it underneath our trial Facebook widget and we're going to give it our domain name. So there we know this is the Facebook trial widget for this domain address. So when we bring it in, we know which one it's automatically filled in with. Okay. So just to show you how that works, we can delete our widget off the page, and now when we drag the test FBW version in, it's automatically set up for our correct domain name and it's set up for website 4, which is our version we're running on. Okay, now we're in a better state because whenever we start a new page we can just drag in our pre-filled in widget. Saves a lot of time. Okay, so we're just going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to place that over to the left there, which is a nice place for it to sit so that it doesn't disturb any layout, and as long as it's a footer item it will just sit on the left hand side of the page nicely. Okay, before we go into getting Facebook to create correct previews for us, we need to understand a little bit about images and how MUSE works with images. At the moment I have no assets on this website, nothing at all. So first of all we're going to drag in an image, pop them on the page, and you'll see that's in the assets, and that's 200 by 200. Let's drag another one in. 286 by 150. Now if I delete that asset, it goes directly from the assets list. If it was on another page, then yes, it would stay. So let's just show you that. So there we go, we have two images. Okay, we're going to create a new page. Going to the page, and we're going to add on our 286 picture. There we go, so it's in two places on two pages. So one on Untitled 2, one on Home. Go back to Home, pick up the image, press delete, and you see we still have the image in our asset library. Now we have another way of adding images into a MUSE website, and that is by File, Add Files for Upload. Now I'm just going to pick up this nice 600 by 600 picture, and now it's not on this page or on this page. Okay, it's just listed under Upload, which means it's expected to be a link for a download. So we can create a link for that. Just create a quick box, put a colour onto it, and what you do is you click on and put a hyperlink in to the file. There we go. So now we have our file, and it's linked to an upload, and it's on the hyperlink here, green. You can see up here it's listed. So that's how you link a download. Now, why did I show you with a hyperlink? Because now if I upload a second file, add files for uploads, and I grab this 300 by 573 file, and you'll see it's uploaded in exactly the same way and as the 600 by 600. But now if we click on the 600, right click on it and delete unused files for uploads, you'll see the file that I just added has gone. So if you reference files in widgets which do not link correctly within MUSE, then you can just delete the files accidentally without a hyperlink. Doesn't make much sense now, but when we're filling in the forms later, you'll understand why there are two ways of getting an image into MUSE and ways of keeping them in MUSE. The image underneath the rectangle with the link will not be worked on with any resizing. It will stay as the size it is. However, assets that are listed against the website do have to conform to certain names. I'm going to go over to my 150 by 150 picture, and I'm going to copy it. Right, so here we have a copy. I'll change the full name view for you, and we're going to go in here and we're going to change the file name to be I am a terrible file name, and we're going to put brackets around terrible. Okay, and we'll add, I'm a full stop terrible file name. Now that's perfectly acceptable on the Mac. So let's add that to our pictures. Okay, so there we go. We've got I'm a terrible file name.png, and it's in against the home directory. So let's just do file, preview page in browser, and look at our save image as. And you'll see here I-am space a space terrible file name, which is not the same as the file name that's listed in our assets list. So let me just copy that so you remember it. Go back to our web page. So there we go. We have I am a full stop terrible file name. It's kept the brackets, it's changed the apostrophe to a dash, and it's removed the A. And that's what happens with a file linked to the images area on a page. Now if we add files for upload, and we pick the same file. I'm a terrible file name. Okay, now it's uploaded into two different areas and apparently with exactly the same file name. So let's go onto our rectangle, change the hyperlink to be I'm a terrible file name. Okay, save. Now let's preview the page in the browser. Okay, and there we are. I clicked on it, and if we copy here and copy along, I'll copy that for you, you'll see here this time that, let's make that a little bit bigger for you. So you can see this one here, this is going through the images section, which is an image attached to a page, and the apostrophe is removed with a dash and the full stop is removed out the file name. A file that's connected to a upload is just removing the apostrophe. Okay, so now you can understand that it's a little bit more complication when attaching images to pages or images as an upload to be used in the Facebook Preview widget.